Hello, everyone, and welcome to Friar's Desk, where we talk about spiritual insights, inspirational stories, and innovative ideas. Getting old is like climbing a mountain. You get a little out of breath, but the view is much better. This is a saying of Ingrid Bergman. What is aging? And why do we age? Aging is inevitable, like any other living being. We get worn physically as the years pass by, but we gain much more interest, intelligence, grace, and experience. Joining us in today's program, Assistant Professor Cecil Ann Pilapil of the College of Science. She teaches developmental psychology. She is an academic staff affiliated with the UST College of Science. Hello po. Good day. And with her is Dr. Inocencio Alejandro, Geriatric Medical Staff of Senior Consultant, Section of Rheumatology of UST Hospital. Good day po, Doctor. Yeah, and today we will be discussing about aging. Aging. Bakit nga ba tayo tumatanda? Now, what would be the medical condition or what would be the medical explanation on why people age? Maybe we could start with Ma'am Cez.
Okay. Father, when it comes to aging, in terms of the psychological part, no, there is a certain age range muna. And it's called the latter or the later adulthood. And it's about numbers muna eh. So, 65 hanggang 74, there is a thing called young old. Ganda, no?
Meron pala.
May ganon. And then there's also an old, which is 75 and above. So with that, I guess Doc Ino can help me out with some of the biological parts, no? With that particular age group, Doc Ino, would you like to add something about that?
Aging kasi is, I consider it part of life. So it's easily recognizable. So pumuputi ang buhok, nangungulubot ng balat, dry skin, and mga changes na obvious sa atin. So naglalakad ka, madali ka mahapo. So alam mo, oy, tumatanda na ako. Sumasakit yung balakang, sumasakit ang tuhod. Pero nandun din kasi yung, minsan meron tayong mga attitudes that's negative about aging, na parang pag naisip natin, pag matanda ka na, laos ka na, patapos ka na, yung iba malapit ka na sa hukay. So sometimes, ang response naman natin is to try to prolong it as much as we can. And I think yun yung interest ko as an aging specialist. Meron kasing mga matatanda na kahit na sabihin natin 90 years old, 100 years old, they're still functional. Okay pa rin sila. Meron naman dyan, mas bata pa. Wala pa nga sa geriatric age group minsan. Mukhang mas matanda pa tingnan kesa dun sa mga nakatatanda. So, iba-iba yung mukha ng pagiging matanda. And even the disablement process na kasama doon, nag-iiba din.
Alam niyo, Ma'am Cez, dati po, pag sinabi nating matanda, no? When we were young at that time, no?
Yeah.
Kasi pag dating matanda, it would be high school, medyo tumatanda ka na noon eh. Pero nung college, tumatanda rin. Pero, but why now, psychologically speaking, when we are talking of junior high, parang ang babata ngayon, parang bumabata yung psychological age, if I may say, na yung mga junior high, senior high, we call them DepEd, no? under the Department of Education. Parang bumabata on how we look on aging. Tapos even our view of marriage, yung pagpapakasal, tumatanda naman. Kasi when I was young, I was looking at a marriageable age at 21. But now it's already 30, 35. Bakit ganun, Doc? Ano yung meron sa aging, sa maturity ba ng tao? Doon ba din na may measure ang aging?
Well, if you're going to ask my opinion, why there are already late marriages that are happening? Well, economy. It's really hard to live and have a family of your own when you were at a young age. And at the same time, there's a thing called ano no, yung as you go through life, you want to discover more things about yourself first before you get committed to another person and have a family. And once you have reached that part of, okay, I got my dream already, I'm ready to settle down. Maybe because there's more opportunity for resources. There's more, maraming pera, 'di ba? Kaya maybe because you want to get married, it really involves money kung tutuusin, the preparation and so on. So you have to be very resourceful. And then, of course, now at the latter part, if you're in the early 20s, you haven't discovered yourself yet. You're going to get into different kinds of relationships. You're not committed yet. You're still looking for something, for somebody, and so on and so forth. So that's why there's a late marriage. I don't know if you call it a boom, no, in the late marriage na. Because people are more settled and achieved a lot already by that age.
Does environment contribute to that kind of psychology? What I mean is, for example, the social media would contribute to that kind of psychology that people get mature late, or maybe they would like to discover more themselves and explore the world first. Does social media contribute to that kind of mentality?
Well, information now is so, wow, it's just a tip of a finger. And you can learn so many things just by pressing anything that you want. And there are more information that you gather not only in our country but global. And because of those information, you want to explore more. And if you want to explore more, you have to do it single.
Yeah.
But if you want to be with somebody who's going to be with you, wow, that's really going to be a lot of effort as well. But as much as possible, if you do get somebody that, you have the same way of thinking and level of desire, why not? Diba? But at this point, yes, social media is very influential, especially with the younger age, no, Doc? Parang hindi na tayo makasabay, no? And they easily get so affected by what are the comments, what are the likes, mga heart, mga hate, diba? So for us, siguro, no, parang hindi pa. But yes, it does, Father.
Now we go to the biological naman component or impact of aging, no, Doc? Kasi people would look at aging as something that they need to be afraid of, as you have said, no? Kasi nararamdaman mo na, sumasakit ang ganyan-ganyan. Pero how do young people look at aging nowadays? Are they really afraid? Kasi what we are looking at, ang daming gamot, no? Pagpapabata, no? Pagpapalakas, and they would go to the gym every now and then, nag-exercise. How do the young people or this generation look at aging?
That's interesting kasi I teach a class dun sa integration sa medical school, and I have them explore yung mga attitudes nila about aging and learning more about it. And isang consistent sa kanila is they get in touch with the loneliness of getting old. So and then naaawa sila. So, and it's a very common thing, and we end up trying to do things for the older person. And that could be very disconcerting. Like for example, one of my students came to me. Siyempre, naturuan ko na ng geriatrics. So medyo familiar na rin sa konti. Punta sa akin, problemado. Sabi niya, Doc, anong gagawin ko? Kasi yung lola ko, sabi niya, medyo nahihirapan na sa mga gawain. Yung dad ko, yung mom ko, yung mga auntie ko, sabi nila, tanggalin na namin. And she happens to live in Marinduque. So ang gusto nila, yung matanda, aalisin dun sa kung saan siya nakatira, tapos iikot-ikot na lang dun sa mga bahay. So sabi ko, well, what do you think? Sabi ko, di ba Doc, hindi maganda yon? Sabi ko, kinakausapin mo. So I talked with the older person and I was not surprised. Ang sabi nung matanda, ayaw ko. Tapos, pinunta lang siya dito para lang to visit me in the clinic. Okay? Abay, ang una ba naman tanong is gaano katagal siya dito? Gusto na talagang umuwi. And when I was listening, there were some reasons to be concerned. Kasi hindi sila sure kung safe siya. Tapos, ayaw naman niya nung mga helps na pwede nilang i-provide. So, I had to negotiate with her. Kasi sabi ko sa kanya, I think it is good that you would like to stay at home. Ang tawag namin doon is aging in place. Oo. And I think it's a good outcome for the older person. But we need to listen carefully. Okay? And not really take over. Matanda ka na, kami nang bahala. Ang nangyayari, yung mga dati na niyang kaya, because we're taking over, mawawala yun. Alam nyo naman, if you don't use it, you lose it.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to report na we were able to prolong that process. Of course, eventually, she had to move in with the family. And thank God, medyo na-introduce ko na sa kanila that it's very disorienting for the older person. Imagine mo, every month, iba yung tirahan niya. If there is one thing about the older person, they like routine. They want to do the things that they've always been doing. And it varies. Iba-ibang personalities, dun mo makikita. I remember us talking about yung iba, magiging mainitin ang ulo, pero there's something about that. We have to allow the aging person to be themselves.
You know, one of the challenges of getting old is to get away with that kind of mentality, no? For example, when kasi doon sa mga home for the aged, no? Kasi hindi pa siguro, hindi pa tayo sanay sa mga home for the aged, but are we coming to that? Kasi when in the Filipino psyche, the part of the extended family would include the lolas and the lolos, di ba? Kasama sila eh. Pero are we getting into that idea na hindi natin maibigay yung medical services na kailangan nila? Kasi we can have our support, pero yung medical services o yung mga anak din nila nagtatrabaho, yung mga kids nasa school, and they will be left alone. And then nobody can take care of them. Nasisira ba yung family, extended family that we know of, if we are going to place them in a home for the aged place?
That's a very good insight, Father, because our country is sooner or later is going to be a generation, a percentage of a lot of people who are going to age. And knowing as Filipinos, we really take care of our loved ones, especially the old ones. Now, are we ready to really take care of them? As in medical, psychological, spiritual. And it's kulang eh. We don't have institutions as solid as other countries because it's not enough that we just have a foundation. It should be something that, the government can help us build more so that you won't see old people going around, lost, they don't know where to go and stuff, no? But for those families who are very well, can provide with their older parents or elderly, it's already a culture eh. So we can take care at nagpapasahan nga lang. However, dapat yan, pinag-uusapan ng pamilya eh, diba? Who's going to take care of whom? And if the finances, diba? Pagdating na sa finances, this is something that's very challenging. Again, it's part of the government. How do we help? Part of the family level, how do we help? Part of the community. If there is a community, let's say one whole subdivision, you know how many old people are around, you can come up with organized and support groups just in case other family members are not around. And that could be something that can happen in a community caring level. So again, are we ready for that? Of course, there are some families who are very private.
Mm.
There are some families who are willing to help other families. But the question is, how do we make it organized? So the thing, Father, you said about home for the aged, it's not enough. We need more. We need more bigger institutions and more funding. And again, the systems that we need to create to help the aging.
Yeah, and siguro we could also include that kind of psychology that is very Filipino, that they would not be totally be separated from the extended family that we know about. Kasi sa mga interviews ko, or hindi naman interviews, yung pagkikipag-usap lang sa mga matatanda, they get to be lonely, as Dr. Ino said, no? They get to be lonely when they are just with their fellow older people, no? At parang nagbibilangan na lang daw sila kung sino unang mamamatay, ano? Ayan sila natatakot din kasi if they are being removed from the from the bosom of the family, and they will be placed in a place na nakikita nila unti-unti na mamatay, no? Siya na una, ako na susunod. And they get to be not only lonely but depressed. And baka yung pa yung magiging mitya ng buhay nila. Pero how would you, Dr. Ino siguro, no? How do we look at those kinds of home for the aged wherein we could give the best medical services that we could offer to them, and yet they will be separated from their family? Paano yun?
I think there are solutions that are being done here. One of the YouTube videos that I actually have my students pick from shows a home for the aged, actually down south. Okay? And the surprising thing is, these are for people elderly who are homeless. Meron tayo nun. Meron pala tayo nun. And then locally, dito sa atin, sa Manila, we have the Hospicio de San Jose, which sa akin, ang pagkakakilala ko before, akala ko it's orphanage lang. Yun pala, meron din siyang private part where the older people could get admitted. It's funny how I learned about it. Kasi biglang may pumunta sa clinic ko, actually, hindi nga siya malapit na relative eh. She's worried about an older person. Nasa abroad ito, nag-visit siya, tapos nakita niya, she was being seen at a senior home pa rin dito. Pero sabi niya, bakit ganun? Meron siyang mga bed bugs, tapos parang hindi man lang nalilinisan. So she was looking for a solution. So these are people who care and would like to put their distant relatives in a better place. At the same time, there's also this challenge in terms of you spoke kasi about we take care of our elders. Totoo naman.
Yes.
We do. But sometimes how we care for them probably is not appropriate or is enough for them. Tapos, we have relatives kasi, especially sa US. The first time I encountered this, nagulat talaga ako when they heard na geriatrician ako, mga Filipino-Americans to. Ang unang reaction is negative. Sabi, dun tinatapon yung mga matatanda. Kasi nga, they had the experience where they were orderlies, assistants in the nursing home, and they feel sorry for this older person kasi they feel like they were abandoned. But I know better. Kasi akala natin halos lahat ng mga matatanda nila iniiwan nila kasi mga puti yan, walang pakialam. Minority lang naman pala. Minority lang naman pala. And kaya siya nursing home kasi it was started by nurses who wanted to take care of the older person who were abandoned na nakita nila. Locally, the nursing home actually, sad to admit, is more like a business ngayon. So you alluded to the costs that's associated with it. However, there are solutions. Like one of our doctors here, she's an anesthesiologist who's married to a neurologist. Tapos, ang I think it was her mom, nagkaroon ng dementia. So they develop a solution. So yung what works for her mom, multiplier effect ba? So she replicated it lang so that they used it in their own home. So ganito yung mga solutions na nakikita natin. I'm aware sa Christ the King Parish, there is this single lady na very similar din yung situation. And ang naging solution naman niya, ginawa niya parang, what do we call it na ganun, daycare. So people who are left at home, usually walang taking care of them, pero kailangan lang nila may meal lang. Oo. So ang gagawin, imbitahan niya. So I actually lectured to this older person how to take care of them. But that's what she was doing. And she took it upon herself as an apostolate. I think sa Pilipinas, the solution will need to be, it sounds very, very commonplace. It needs to be a public and private partnership. Kasi wala. If we depend on our government, patay na tayong lahat. Wala pa rin nangyari. So I think we have to develop those solutions ourselves.
Yeah.
In our hospital, if I may put there, I don't think the geriatrics as a service we're not quite ready with it. To be honest with you, I was a little bit surprised, but at the same time not surprised, when one of my colleagues asked, ano ba yung special sa geriatrics na yan? As a specialist, I treat naman older people. What can you do? So, that's the state. And I think that may have been the reason why it was mentioned that I was author of geriatric services. Because I'm trying to advocate for more solutions, creative ones dito. Like a simple creative solution, not to take patients away from our fellow doctors, would be to look for solutions for nutrition. The older person, they get admitted to the hospital, ayaw nilang kumain. Sometimes, ang una nating gagawin bilang doktor, we put in a nasogastric tube. Pero kailangan lang pala gentle coaxing. Kain, subo. So, I think those are possibilities, opportunities that we could develop, even in our own community. Dito sa atin.
Tama naman po. Like for example, the home for the aged could be a holistic approach, no? It's not just the medical, but psychological and even spiritual, so that the whole community will be helping each other in taking care of our older people, no? Would you like to add something?
Yes, very inspirational what you have just shared, Doc Ino, no? Because if you're going to look at other countries, they have like a village for dementia. No? They also have like, if there's a park for kids, there's a park for the old ones, where they can practice their cognitive functioning. It's really going to be an effort of everyone, not only government. Little projects, no? And I just want to highlight those who are going to enter aging. Actually, it's not supposed to be scary. It's not scary if there are just proper education on how you're going to take care of yourself, take care of the way you think, the kinds of people you should be with, financially prepared. Kasi there is a saying, ay ako umasa sa mga anak ko. May mga ganyan, diba? They want stability. So I think that's something who are entering the aging group is let's prepare for that. Because in terms of psychology, a person who is aging or already an old person, they love the independence as well. And they get more, paano ba? They were happier when they're with friends and not relatives.
Totoo din naman.
Diba? And if they're going to die, at least they're gonna die happy. Diba? So, yung mga sinasabi ni Doc Ino, these are really grassroots. You know, grassroots kasi to eh. And it's a population na masasabi natin, hindi na tulungan o nang maaga, hindi na nasagip, no? But now, we're looking at so many audience here, no? Like a percentage who is entering the aging group. A percentage where kaya pa bang tulungan ang mga hirap na ganong klase na hindi sila na-prepare and so on. And I hope this is like going to help those who are going to watch, no? Aging is, it's a challenge, no, Father and Doc Ino. But if you look at it step by step, you can always ask for help what to do
Yeah.
next. Diba? Alam mo yan? It's like, okay, 10 years from now, malapit na ako mag-aging Doc Ino. Father, anong gagawin natin? And so on. No? So, if you start doing that, then perhaps, no, it would be, ano ba, easier?
Yes. Yes, definitely.
It is.
So, yun lang. I just wanted to add that lang.
Let's focus on the individual experience, no? Kasi many of our viewers would be retiring, for example, if they are retiring.
Yeah.
Kasi yung iba kasi, they would look back, ano ba yung na-contribute ko? Wala ba ako na-contribute? O doon sila na-frustrate. Have I contributed something? Or baka hindi, but people are ungrateful to me.
Yeah.
How do they cope with that kind of mentality na I'm becoming someone na dati na ako yung nagiging focus ng kanilang discussion, and now I'm old, I'm just watching the TV, I'm just watching YouTube, then people do not recognize me anymore. Anong po pwede nating bigang solusyon doon?
Tutulungan kita. Unang-una, intindihin mo muna, kung meron kang mga hinanakit, diba? Kailangan may closure yan. So, you need someone, a psychologist, or someone, a social worker, mailabas mo lang naman yung hinaing mo. At pag nasabi mo na, nakwento mo na yan, parang magaang sa loob. So, isa yan. But if you're the type naman na masasabi nating, there's a thing called, I want to do more, I want to help more. 'Di ba? So, dyan pumapasok yung, they'd like to volunteer, they do foundations, mga ganyan. So, suportahan mo lang talaga pag gano'n, no? So, two things ang pwede mong tahakin. Humingi kang tulong, okay? Tapos, masettle yon. O di kaya, marami kang projects na gustong gawin, kailangan mo lang iutos, go ahead. So, Father, I want to let the audience know, true, mahirap yung marami kang nararamdaman, depression, anxiety, saan ka kukuha ng lahat na yan, no? But again, no, if you have access to people that you can talk with, it's easy eh. And syempre, i-rub in ko talaga ang pagiging psychologist talaga. Because it's really the mental health na kailangan alagaan ang ating mga people who are aging or retiring. Because they just need to see where to go and how to plan.
Kasi especially yung mga, what I know, yung mga white people pa nga, yung mga foreigners,
Yeah.
they don't want to be served. Kakikita mo sa mga trains, sila yung nakatayo lang doon.
Yeah.
Pag if you're offering your seat to the person, they may be ayaw pa nila ng ganon kasi they feel that they still can what they are doing, kasi yung psychology ang lakas nung nila na that they can still do it, no? But dito sa Philippines yata, pagdating mo na 60, para feeling mo tanda-tanda mo na, kaya ayaw mo nang gumalaw, no?
Oo. Kasi nga, again, syempre lahat nung napag-aralan natin is coming from the foreigners. I get that, really. But our culture, no, we're very simple-minded nga eh. After we retire, gusto lang natin humiga, di ba? Magpahinga, maglakwatsa, tapos bahala na bukas. And maybe the comfort of, Pilipino tayo, nag-aalagaan, may malasakit sa bawat isa. So, nandun yung, it's in our blood, I guess, no, that we will love an elderly or someone who's aging, and nandun yung compassion. It's very automatic. Nakikita ko po yan sa ating kultura, no. And if you go to other countries, syempre it's different. It's really different, no. So, yun. Meron kang gusto idagdag? Yeah.
May ipapasok lang ako. Ang sasabihin ko sana is, nakakita na ba kayo ng mga doktor? Parang walang gustong mag-retire. I will not name names na, but I'm thinking of a particular doctor now. Well, actually, several. Some of them naka-wheelchair na nga, nagki-clinic pa rin. So, I think if there's one thing that I learned about the aging person, it doesn't matter kung puti o Pinoy, is iba-iba talaga sila. Tama kayo, meron yung iba, feeling nila, okay, dapat magre-retire ako. Kayong mga anak ko, kayo na yung mag-aalaga sa akin. That's actually more common than I am willing to accept sometimes. But there are also personalities where they actually feel left out. Nagtatampo kung hindi sila involved dun sa mga important decisions. And there's something to be learned about other cultures, and it's also present in our own culture. You're probably aware of this, Ses. Doon sa Okinawa kasi, naiinggit tayo. Ang tawag ko nga doon, naglalaway tayo sa kanila. Kasi tumatanda talaga sila. But the thing is, they have regular festivals where the older person is celebrated as a fully integrated member of their community.
Yeah.
Locally, yung mga Highlanders sa atin, the natives who live in the mountains, sino ba yung mga nandun sa ulog nila, doon sa council nila? It's actually the older person.
Yeah.
And I think we have something that we share. I think, sorry for the label, I think we've gone soft because of the influence. We've been colonized by two different countries. And I think a lot of us lowlanders have bought in to that idea. But I think we have to recognize aging is individual. The aging person is different. Meron tumanda, sabi natin tumanda pa urong, naging mas
Second childhood.
Oo, second childhood, napaka-demanding. Ngayon pa naghahanap, ano ba yun? Parang walang asawa. O kaya namatay yung asawa, parang ano ba yan? Hindi ba siya mag-grieve? Pero meron naman yung iba, they act like we expect. So if there's something I learned about aging, it's aging is also individual.
Yeah.
And whatever solutions that we are going to offer, we need to be able to, match it with all of those needs that they present with.
Okay, speaking of that, no? How do we age gracefully? Medical perspective.
Actually, it's boring. But it's also difficult. We talk about, improving, becoming more active. We talk about eating healthier. We talk about managing our stress. So ito yung mga importante pa rin. I'll put in yung how do we match it. Okay? So if you have a frail older person, abay, wag mo namang pa-run ng marathon o pabuhatin ng mabibigat. Kung ano yung kaya niya, you start with where they are. But then you can see older persons as well, like puti na doktor na chair ng section of geriatrics where I trained. Swede siya. He was running a marathon at 71. So we have to match it. Tapos, I think there is no magic pill. We like to think that we take enough supplements will be okay. I think it's really more work. There's one thing I learned about medical care for the older person, it's not actually the pills that we give that make them stay as active as they could be. It's actually how physically active they remain. So those who are most active, they're the ones who are least likely to become disabled.
Yeah.
I don't know what
Ma'am Sis, how about the psychological part?
Wow. Mag-Zumba? Why? Because it's a social gathering. They can also move kahit di naman kailangan bonggang-bongga. Get into, alam mo, di ko alam kung magandang sabihin to, no? Like mental stimulation, mga mahjong, mga pares-pares. You know why? Because it allows them to think. Playing chess, have more social support. When I say social support, kailangan mo yung mga date with the apo, date with the family member, more gatherings, 'di ba? And of course, they love to go to mass, 'di ba? Sige, hayaan mo magsimba araw-araw, 'di ba? If they want to go out, be a driver for them. Meaning, the support should always be there for them. And when they are in need, you just have to listen. Pag masungit, wag mo patulan. Diba? Just love them for who they are because it's our turn. Diba? It's just our turn.
All right. For our last question, you may give your message to our viewers with regard to aging. Would start, Ma'am Ses.
Yes, aging is a challenge. But if you just do it one day at a time and count all the blessings as you go along, then you would live the fullest of your life in faith and in action.
Doc Ino.
Aging is part of life, and death is also part of it. I think part of the reason why we fear aging is because of that fear of death. And as in the same way that we are born, there's also a time that we are going to die. And so we have to match our efforts in terms of self-care and our efforts in terms of helping the older person who may be near and dear to us, and give them the help that they actually need and they ask for.
Right. Says John Lennon, count your age by friends and not years. Count your life by smiles and not years. Thank you to our guests who have given their time and presence, Ma'am Ses and Doc Ino. And thank you everyone for listening. Laudare, benedicere, predicare. Let us all praise, bless, and preach the Word of God. Have a good day, everyone, and God bless us all. This is Friar's Desk.